Hey there! In this lesson, we'll take a look at probably the most famous type of dirigible that was ever built, the Zeppelin. The Zeppelin is a dirigible balloon built in Germany and named after its creator, Ferdinand von Zeppelin. The Zeppelin was known as a rigid airship because of its rigid metal framework that kept it together. This word, rigid, it means stiff, inflexible, hard to be bent, rigid, like steel. So, even if there was no gas filling the balloon, the shape stayed the same because the framework was rigid. Ferdinand von Zeppelin believed that the airship would become more and more important, both in the civilian and the military world. In 1895, his airship design was patented in Germany, and in 1899, he received a patent for his design in the United States. A patent is a legal document issued by a government to protect an inventor's design from being stolen by other inventors. So if you create something completely new, you should file for a patent so that somebody else won't steal your design. In 1909, von Zeppelin founded the world's first commercial airline company, the Deutsche Luftschifffahrtsaktiengesellschaft. That's not a keyword. The English translation, the German Airship Travel Corporation. The first passenger aircraft was ready in June of 1910. It had accommodations for 24 passengers and could maintain a cruising speed of approximately 50 kilometers an hour. This word accommodation refers to how many passengers the airship could handle, how many seats or beds it could offer. You frequently hear the word accommodation when talking about hotels and how many people they can accommodate. In the case of this first airship, they could accommodate 24 passengers. Unfortunately, during its first flight, it had engine problems. It got caught in a storm and it was forced to crash in a forest. Luckily, no one was hurt. Even though this was a hard business to begin, von Zeppelin didn't quit. He kept building Zeppelins. And he became very successful. By the time World War I began in 1914, Zeppelins had carried over 34,000 passengers on 1,600 voyages. Sadly, von Zeppelin died during World War I, but his brand of airship, the Zeppelin, would continue well into the interwar years. Next, we'll take a look at how Zeppelins played a role during World War I. I'll see you then.